I didn't even look. I thought you were going to be Danielle. I apologize, Grant. I would never yell at you like that. Oh, my.
I would never tell you that I already have.
See, you know. We are. We are live. We're supposed to be anyway.
Oh, it's really cool down here. The window's open. What's the deal?
I don't know what that crazy old bee does.
Me?
Yeah, I walked down here and I was like, oh, the window's open.
I thought it was a good thing.
We are live. We are live.
I thought it was good to have a window open.
Is this your impression of the kid from Twilight Zone? Or the people from Twilight Zone? It was good to have the window open.
It's real good.
It's real slow.
So, I'm going to guess you don't have the Pokemon.
No.
God damn it, Danielle.
What number?
617.
Pokemon 617. Pokemon. Booyaka. 617?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Ring. Acelgor. Accelgor.
Acelgor.
Nice, thank you.
Wait, is it Acelgor or Roselgor? Ruh? Oh. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, that's right.
Yes, this all checks out.
This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Open that up a little bit. I feel like I'm missing something. Whatever.
We will keep files.
Acelgor. All right, I think we're ready.
Okay.
You ready?
I was born ready.
Are you ready?
Oh, I wasn't sure who you were talking to.
Both of you.
Here we are.
Yeah, sure.
3. Well, can we push those back a little bit, actually?
What? This?
Yeah, a little bit. There you go. Grant, take yours. Oh, never mind. Beautiful. Project when you're Pokemon. All right. While you do this. 3. Acelgor? 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, episode 617, the Acelgor Podcast.
Acelgor has a large pink head reminiscent of a helmet. Nice pink helmet. That is curled in the back.
Brain, could you tell us about the Pokemon, please?
Acelgor has a large pink head reminiscent of a helmet that's curled in the back. Green stripes run from its eyes to the top of its head, and there's a black star-like marking or hole in the front. Star-like hole in the front.
Star Partners.
Its eyes are hidden in a shadow crevice in its head. The rest of its
Explore
body,
my shadow crevice.
the rest of its body is covered.
I like it when my lover explores my shadow crevice.
It's gross.
It's pretty
It's
gross.
love. God. Brain, please. I need to hear about the Pokemon.
He just looked at that microphone with disdain.
It's the only look he has.
Thank you, Kirby.
Ew.
Brain, please continue.
Okay, I don't know where I am.
In life or in the Pokemon?
The rest of its body is covered by a dull blue cloth-like membrane which keeps Acelgor from dehydrating, with ribbon-like extensions at the top of its back. Its arms, when crossed, portray an aggressive mood.
It's what?
Its arms, when crossed,
I won't do that.
portray an aggressive mood. It is a very fast Pokemon. It can attack using ways similar to ninjas. It lives in moist habitats like bogs and swamps.
It doesn't fit with the Pokemon because it doesn't belong with the Pokemon.
It's a bug-type Pokemon. Its abilities include hydration or sticky hold. And its hidden ability...
Is that true?
I swear to you.
Okay.
Its hidden ability is unburden. 50-50 male to female ratio.
I was going to laugh at what you're saying, and then it just happened when I was cleaning my glasses.
They weigh
What are
55
the odds?
pounds, and they're 2 feet tall, and you can't teach that.
I don't know. Something's going on with Big Cass and Enzo. I don't
Yeah.
trust Big Cass. I'm sorry. I don't trust them. Something's too fishy about all that. Him, Kurt Angle, and Corey,
Yeah.
something's going on. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Look how I clean my glasses for like 5 minutes straight, and then I put them on, and they still look terrible. Marbrain, can you do it, please?
No, I gotta do music.
Oh,
She's right.
she's right. You know how does that happen? They look terrible.
Try this one.
Try a leave.
No, this one.
Try this one. Okay, hi guys. This is the week before E3. Oh, let me do my hellos. Hello, Colma, and Captain Falcon, and Low Camp, and Gory, and Twisted N, and Red Dragon, and Rocket, and Ice, and let's go to the other side. The Yellow Wolf, and Norton, and Ryan, and We Lover, and Klaztech, and Sarah, and Coffee, COFFIE, Coffee Star, and Jacob, and Video Game Guru, and Doomig, and It's a Trap, and Cameron, and whoever else I didn't see in there, and Rapmaster, sure. Thanks for joining us. I know EA is doing their E3 press conference today, because now E3 just keeps starting early. God damn it.
Wow.
Earlier and
2
earlier.
in a row now.
So, show floor day is like, what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's really 3. But here we are on Saturday, and EA's having a press conference, and then tomorrow is Microsoft, and then Monday is Ubisoft and Sony, and then Tuesday is Nintendo, and I'm forgetting like Bethesda. Bethesda's in there either tonight at like midnight East Coast time or tomorrow, I don't remember. And Digital Devolver is doing one too, and all kinds of stuff. It's insanity. So I want to blow my brains out already. But don't worry, I know you're thinking, but Rami, if you're doing the podcast right now, if EA shows something or talks about something Nintendo related, how are you going to cover it? Well, our friend Nintendan is covering the site right now, and I told him just to specifically post anything EA related. So he was going to watch the press conference anyway. And if anything Nintendo related comes up, he will keep you up to speed. Now, we might see whatever it's called, EA FIFA 18 on the Switch. I don't know. Also, they have some surprises in that press conference. Are they going to be Nintendo related? Probably not. Oh, my God. This is so much better. Ugh. That thing's terrible. This cloth is amazing.
You're the one that came up with using it.
Oh my God! Why did I ever leave it? That's amazing. So yeah, whatever's going on with EA, we will have covered. But yes, this week's going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be E3 madness. Oh, you know what I liked? Not as a fan, but as someone who runs a site. I liked when Nintendo didn't do Treehouse Live segments, because I could be like, okay, the press conference is over, and just focus on, whatever assets came out. But now it's, okay, the press conference is over. Now we have 3 days of 8 to 9 hour live streams from Nintendo on the show floor. And they're like, oh, secret coming up next. Oh, first look at this for this game. Well, it's such a pain in the butt to cover. But I will cover it as I do every year. And Mom Brain made me a lovely E3 care package, even though I'm not leaving my house.
I also think you need to show
But you
everyone
can't leave your desk.
your
That's right.
lovely insulated milk
I know.
mug.
Well, if it was down here, my E3 preparations are almost done. I just need to cut the hole in my chair so I can crap in it instead of getting up to using the toilet. So yeah, we'll cover whatever's there. And like I said on our YouTube channel, I don't know what the YouTube coverage from us is going to be like during the week, because every day I do a video, at least one. But during E3, it's such insanity while I literally can hardly get up from the computer to cover anything or to do anything else, not cover anything else, just do anything else. So I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do my usual videos during the week because they take time to edit. They take like 40 minutes to edit or something like that, depending on what I'm doing in the video. So I don't know. I'm going to try and do stuff. Like I said on the last video, it's probably going to be just recorded off my phone and not edited just because that's a lot quicker and easier. And I apologize in advance for that, but I guess that's better than nothing. And, you know, on the regular weeks, I do a big story every day, but it's going to be E3. So, you know, it's going to be lots of big stories all day long. So, yeah, Trap, I'm gonna do something like that. I do have plans to do that, but I don't want to leave our YouTube guys hanging. So like I said in the video, if you do watch our YouTube content, head over to GoNintendo.com this week because that's where I'll be most active. But I don't want you guys to seem like you're forgotten or feel bad like I've left you behind because I haven't. I'm just going to be extremely busy. All right, I guess that's that. So I don't even know what happened this week just because I've been worrying about E3 so much. But we'll talk about it. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get into the news? I do.
Oh, okay.
When you get out of the shower, what is something you have to do otherwise you don't feel clean for the rest of the day? Like it's, you know, your after shower ritual. Yeah, like what's one thing you absolutely couldn't stomach not doing? Like you would feel gross if you didn't do it. Is there anything?
Yours is, but
do you know? Don't say it. We'll see.
I do know what it is. I will. I'll type it into my phone.
Okay. I mean, I believe you. Is there anything, Monbury?
You mean like putting on deodorant?
Well, sure. That could be one of them. Is that yours, or do you not have one? I mean, I would feel gross not putting on deodorant, definitely. But I feel like I could do it. I feel like I'd be okay because I'm not usually a BO smelly guy, despite my size. Just don't lift your arms.
Right.
But no, that is not mine. So neither of you really have.
I couldn't live without my hair towel. Like I don't, feel disgusting if I don't use it, but I do very much.
Why is the cat so loud? Oh.
Hi.
That cat is getting loud.
But no, there's nothing that
I'm on camera.
You are on camera. Hi, Nikki Hill.
Hi.
Kirby's here. Nikki Hill is here.
Hello.
Mombrain is here.
Nikki Hill's
Hey.
Nikki Hill is here now. He hasn't been here. Nikki Hill, what's something you have to do when you get out of the shower? Otherwise, you feel dirty for the rest of the day. Like you don't feel like you've completed your shower ritual.
Masturbate.
That's a good answer.
After the shower.
Hi, Alan.
That's an animal.
Is Alan still listening?
Gotta be clean.
What was that guy's mother's name?
Alan, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought you said Alan. Yes, Ellen. Hi, Ellen. That sounds right.
Can I be honest here?
Yeah.
It's not after I get out of the shower. Does it have to be after I get out of the shower?
I was looking for after, but we'll bend the rules here.
If I don't give my butthole a good scrub, it doesn't get clean.
Well, I think that's everybody.
No, but like a good scrub.
Like a bloody scrub?
To the bone.
Like,
To the bone!
Yep.
No, I don't know.
Uh,
No, but like I found that my
I'm sorry. I keep thinking of things I do during the shower.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't have an answer.
Well, this is going to sound
another thing that
stereotypical.
I've started doing. I have to use a nail brush and like scrub my ankles.
I've never heard
His
of
ankles
that.
get really
skin on my
dirty.
ankles or something. Like when I take a shower and then I go to.
You should do that before.
Where's my ankle brush?
It's better.
My ankles are
Dry
dirty.
skin to do it on
Well, I don't know if
skin
it's
that's
dry
not yet
skin,
wet.
but like it's funny.
We have
Maybe
to
like
leave this
when
party.
it's
I
wet,
think people are
like,
looking
I
at my
get, like,
ankle.
When I
Yeah.
scrape my ankle, like
You wear like
piled up.
jeans all the time. Nobody even sees your ankles.
It's not about the look. It's about
About the feel.
It's
no.
When you get in
Man
bed,
likes
at night, you go.
When I come out, there have been
Against the
times in the
sheet.
past when I got out of the shower and I'm like drying off and I look at the towel and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I gotcha.
And I
I
scrape my ankle when it's wet.
gotcha.
And like along
It
the
happens.
Achilles, and if I scrape there, I get like a bunch of
That happens to me,
dead
but
skin
not on my ankles. It's
and
only on the bottom of my feet, but I'm barefoot all the time.
Yeah,
so
I've never really heard of that happening with ankles.
Ankles,
Usually it's
yes.
like elbows or something.
Mom Brain, what would you say
Ankles and assholes.
is my
language? Sorry.
asshole's okay.
Just for the record, because I know that this is the right answer.
What is the answer?
Q-tip.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
If I don't clean out my ears after a shower, I feel terrible for the rest of the day. And it has to be when I get out of the shower. Like if I go back an hour later.
Ears every day. That's bad for you.
I don't do it every
He showers
day.
like once a week.
Once a month. Like if I forget and I go back and I wet the Q-tip and do it like that, it doesn't count. I still feel gross.
Right. No, I know that from when I got married. It was like long after you had taken a shower and we're getting ready, and I was like, "Anybody want a Q-tip?" You're like, "Oh no, I can't."
Spit on it.
By the way, have you seen Dunkin' Donuts' new D-sprinkles?
Oh, I didn't know what that meant, and then I looked at the letters.
They're D-sprinkles.
Yeah,
I
it's
see
a
that.
donut for people who like the D.
That's right. All right, that was enough non-Nintendo talk.
We don't care. For
Sorry,
the
I had to
team.
stop for a donut and coffee because I haven't eaten anything.
It's okay. Hey, you were still 15 minutes
I'll
ahead of
forgive
when
you if you
said
give me
were
a
gonna be
sip of
here.
that coffee.
I'm sick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can drink out of
Okay, I want,
Sick
I want
of
more.
what?
This is
Let me judge.
this is the new frozen Dunkin' coffee.
Why is it different from?
It's
a
called a
colada?
Frunkin.
I think the Colada was straight up coffee with ice. They pump fake coffee flavor into this.
Ooh. Like
This
coffee
This is the
flavor-
third one I've had,
like
and I
coffee
keep
flavored
going back,
syrup?
but I don't like it.
Why do you
Well,
keep getting
do
it?
you know what I made today?
Yeah,
Like the rolled
yeah.
dough- it's like those cheddar
All right,
pretzels.
say this
We
and
all
then we
hated
got.
those cheddar pretzels, and we kept eating them.
That's true.
I
That's
like
true.
cheddar
We gotta go.
pretzels.
I made a copycat Starbucks white mocha syrup because he loves them, but they're expensive and they're like loaded with preservatives and stuff. So I made a
Clearly
copycat.
something I care about.
Well, I care about it
It's
because
gonna
I'd
go
like
bad.
you to live a little bit longer.
Straight to my ankles.
No preservatives. It's going to be bad by dinner time.
Yeah, right.
And
gonna
I have it
separate.
on record from him that it's delicious.
It tastes almost exactly like it. It just needed more coffee. All right.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, I know. It's funny coming from
I
me.
know.
So it's still hard to find a Switch. You guys know that. I don't mean to make you feel bad. I don't mean to make you.
Just don't use the straw.
Oh.
I don't mean to make you feel bad, Kirby. This isn't meant as a slight.
Oh, what did I do?
So we're talking about the
Everybody's
Switch still
buying
being hard to
Switches.
find.
Yes.
You are the only close friend I know that doesn't have one, and I am super surprised
And for
that
that,
so many people have them. No, it's not enough.
and
just
because
saying.
of that, you're the only close friend that I no longer want to be friends with.
But it's still hard to find. Mom Brain can vouch for this. Every time we go to Target or Walmart, I look to see if they are in stock, and they're not.
Oh, it's dripping all over you.
Don't worry, you're not on camera. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a napkin.
Tissues now?
I have paper towel.
You taste the fake coffee. It's like an extra strong coffee flavor, but it's not coffee.
That was a terrible idea.
So they're really hard to find here. They're really hard to find in Japan as well. Europe, it's spotty, depending on where you are. UK doesn't seem too interested. They're kind of into the Switch, but not really.
Quick question.
Other parts in Europe
you.
are interested very much so.
What's worse? A friend who doesn't have a Switch or a friend who has a Switch and has yet to play it?
Well, as long as you have one, huh? I mean,
As long as I
I'm
get it
being
off
serious.
the market.
I'm being serious. I'm not upset about it. It's just I was
Play yours. You're 5 minutes away.
surprised by how many people, how
Dude,
many
I'm
of our
sick.
friends have them.
It's over. What was all that work before?
So in Japan,
I'm sick.
this is what customers had to
Those taste weird.
resort to. Because Switch stock is so short,
I'm like coughing up. No, I'm the one. Go ahead.
retailers are now doing lotteries for the Switch. So people line up outside of a store in the hopes of potentially getting a chance to purchase a Switch. They don't line up because they know they have a certain amount of stock. It's lining up to pull a ticket to see who's the winner to get to buy a Switch. You don't even get one for free. It's a lottery ticket to buy something.
Mhm.
And
How about
we have a picture of it. There's multiple pictures, but
what if they
people
did like
lining up.
bingo?
bingo.
Bingo's kind of a lottery.
Yeah, that'll work. Sure.
Everybody pays $5. They have 60 people play.
Yeah, but then
At
you
the
got to
end,
give
somebody
all,
wins.
you got to give out all the chips and everything too.
No, you use markers.
Well, then some asshole's going to be like bingo as he fills in the first 5 that make a line anywhere.
That's how bingo's played.
Excuse me.
What do you mean? No, it'll just be like I don't know what this made sense to me a second ago.
Yeah, you don't understand bingo.
Wait, give me a second. I had something.
No, you can't cheat on bingo because there's a record of all the numbers that have been called.
Uh,
I'm sure you can cheat some.
oh, that's what it was. They could just say 5 of the things that make sense, which is how I was playing bingo in North Carolina. So I wasn't actually playing. I was writing a list of the numbers and letters that were called, and then when I had one that was BINGO, just to be safe, I said, or BI free space, whatever it is. I said bingo, and then I just read the ones that I had written down because they double check.
Again, if it's for a prize and it's a real bingo game, you get the board and you have to show that you've got it.
Well, see, we didn't have to show.
Oh my God, we had.
That's poor bingo.
Poor bingo-manship.
See, here's what happens. It started with everybody bring a prize. And so there's like 5 or 6 prizes, and then, that's it. But it turned into everybody bring like 10 prizes per family. So there were like, it was never ending. It would just never stop. We were like, can we please be done? We'll just hand the prizes out to whoever wants them.
You have a
Bellboy
big family. You should play that LCR game.
Bellboy says
Oh, yeah.
they should do that with Amiibo. I don't know if Amiibo are in as high a demand as Switch is right now, but I'm sure there are certain Amiibo people would do that for. What are you talking about?
LCR or whatever? The dice game? You've got a big family, so everybody in the game,
What's
everybody.
LCR?
I can't talk. He won't let me talk. He won't let me talk.
I know how it feels.
You get 3 dice, and on each dice there's pips, which are just like little dots on the dice, and then each die has an L, an R, and a C.
Okay.
So you get 3 chips, but the way everybody plays it is you have 3 singles, $3.
You might call them dollars.
Well, 3 singles. Maybe you're thinking you gotta go out and acquire 3 single individuals so that you auction them off at the end of the night. People. Anyway, you have $3. You roll the 3 dice. If you have $3, you roll 3 of them. If it comes up L, you give $1 to the person to your left. If it comes up R, you give $1 to the right. If it goes up C, you put it in the center in the jackpot. If it comes up a dot, you don't do anything with it. You keep your dollars. If you have more than $3, you roll with 3 dice. If you have less than $3, like $2 or $1, you roll with 1 or 2 of your dice. So it goes around. So even if you have $0, you're still in the game because I can roll an L and then you're back in the game, or whatever. It keeps on going, and then whoever wins, whoever's the last person with $1 or any money, gets the jackpot.
It sounds like fun. It would never work for my family though, because it's something new, and they wouldn't take the time to learn it, or B,
Why don't we
wouldn't
try
understand
it at
You
a
should
family
try it.
party beforehand?
Oh my
It's
God.
not. It's
Good
a
luck.
really.
You
I'll
set
take
that
over.
one up.
Yep.
It's not much of a learning curve. It's just
I'll
people
send an
get
email
rowdy.
out to get everyone broken in and prepared.
People get real rowdy.
So Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was pretty popular and still is, and people are talking
Yes.
about people are talking about how it's revolutionary for the game industry. So games industry sat down some developers to talk to them about, is this game industry? I don't remember. Well, let's see. It's Games Radar. They sat down a whole bunch of developers to talk about their impressions of Breath of the Wild and how influential it is. So they have comments from
That reminds me of something.
Felix Kramer, Hyper Light Drifter creator Alex Preston. They have the creator of Cannibalt, which did you play? We all played that for a while. They have one half of Vlambeer. They also have the developer of Noi to Love 2, which is on the Wii U. They have something from graphic illustrator Kyle McKernan. They have something from Tribute Games. And they also have somebody that is a programmer on Lego Universe, and they all heap praise on Breath of the Wild. And there was another article, I don't remember if I made it a top story or not, but it had comments from one of the developers on Witcher 3. Talking about how influential the game was as well, and how they're learning things from it. Man, did you hear those bad news about those 4 guys?
I heard they got hacked or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Hack sword.
Their new game that they're working on, whatever it's called, Cyber
Is it just called Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk like 2077 or something.
20XX.
Cyber Hacksaw.
I wanna put you on the floor. Thank you.
That's a weird name
Wish
for a
this little
game.
cat belly.
Yeah,
Okay.
their new game, documents from their new game were stolen by internet hackers and put up for ransom. And they were saying, if you don't give us this money, we're going to leak these documents. And they take the approach that the movie industries, the movie studios are taking right now, which is, well, go ahead. We're not giving you money. So Don Zalug has a top-rated comment, and he says, this will turn into one of the most influential games of all time, just like Ocarina of Time before it, in my opinion. I believe you're right.
What's so different about this game?
There's a really interesting article talking about how.
I've asked you. I don't want to know about.
I'm gonna tell you. This guy won't let me talk. He won't let me talk. Talking about how developers now, all across the industry, when they go in to talk about a new game idea, they say at least one person on the dev team is like, we got to do something like this, like they do in Breath of the Wild. We got to do something. They say it's brought up in almost every meeting because the way it handles open world gameplay can be attributed to a whole bunch of different games. So it's we're going to see a whole wave of games coming out in a couple of years that have. What would you like to know specifically?
What's different about this?
How it handles. What do you mean, from all games or from other Zelda games?
Like, why is this different from? Why is this game now? People are like, oh, we got to do stuff like Breath of the Wild.
Because it's a way of doing organic open world meshed with puzzle gameplay and infinite solutions for problems, which is something that you don't really. I can't think of any game that lets you approach set puzzles in pretty much any way you can think of using the realistic physics and
but like
Zelda's
Auto, you can use a machine gun, a bazooka,
you can
stuff like that. That's a bunch of solutions.
That's the ultimate problem solver. FIFA 18. So like I said, the EA press conference is going on right now. FIFA 18 on Switch, according to EA, will not use the Frostbite engine, and it's going to lack modes. So people have been upset because EA's like, don't worry, FIFA on Switch is going to get the grade A treatment. And then the trailer comes out for FIFA 18 in general, and at the very end of it, there's fine print that's like, oh, this mode won't be in this version, this mode won't be in this version, stuff like that. So people are upset. We don't officially know what's in the game. Well, I mean, we might know now because I'm not watching the EA press conference, but yeah, Peter Moore, before he left EA, was like, don't worry about this game. It's going to be the real deal. And everything we've heard since then is not.
Peter Molyneux.
Yes. T27 Duck says, and in 2018, EA will completely drop support for the Switch. Well, we'll see. The situation with the Switch right now is so perfect because some of the traditional third-party publishers before the Switch came out was like, well, we got to wait and see how it does. If people are really into it and pick it up, then of course we'll be there to support it. So now it's like, hey, people are picking it up. They're crazy about it. And these companies are like, oh boy. So we'll see what they do. But now it's put up or shut up.
I don't want to get political, but would you say these companies are trumping us?
No. No, I would not say that.
Does that mean they're embarrassing us?
So
no, they're just making promises and then they're like switching it up. It's like,
switching it up. We don't know. We don't know. We're still in the
ultimate Switch.
We're still in the period where they could show support. Like, it's so early on, but they said one thing before it came out. Now it came out, and it is doing very well. Now we need to see what they're going to do. If a year from now they're still like, well, it still needs a bit, then you're like, all right, we're calling your bull. Because like, look at like the Xbox and the PS4. You never hear stuff like Xbox One and PS4. You never hear a third party say, well, let's see how it does first, and then we'll support it. They just put the stuff out. And nobody right now, this isn't a knock against Microsoft or the Xbox One, because I have one and I play it, but it is not doing anywhere near as well as the PS4. And I don't see people in the industry interviewing companies like EA, specifically EA, let's stay with them, or Ubisoft, and being like, hey, the system isn't really doing that well. Why are you supporting it? Nobody's asking them that. Like Xbox One, that last I heard, sold 25 million units so far, and the PS4 is close to 60 million units. So it's a runaway. Huh?
Here's the Switch.
We don't have a number. I don't know what the last official number was. Well, if I had to guess where it's at right now, 5 million, 7 million, probably 5 million plus or that. It's all because it's hard to gauge because of the shipments, because they're hard to come by, but they get
How big is
snatched
the
up.
place making these? You know?
It's multiple places, and we had an article about that too. All these companies are making their tech projects right now that utilize a lot of the same components, so they're all fighting to get these components. There's only so many, and companies like Apple have a lot more cash to throw around, and they're using some of these components in the iPhone. So they're throwing out a buttload of money out there to secure their shipping or their production runs. And Nintendo is putting their money out there too, but Nintendo's not going to be able to put out nearly as much as Apple does. So, and those companies that are making the things stand to make more money from Apple because they're getting the bigger shipments, blah, 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 stuff like that. So it's hard. It's not just Nintendo and Apple. It was a whole bunch of companies. It was I think it was an article this week, but yeah, apparently certain components are very, very scarce to come by right now, and it's hard for all these companies to get their things out there. Which is why when Nintendo did have Switches, they shipped them by plane, which you usually don't do because it's very expensive, because they wanted to get them into stores as quickly as possible. So
How do they usually like ship?
ships and trains and stuff like that. Yeah.
How do they get a train over water?
It goes under the water.
So Mega Man Legacy Collection came out on the 3DS. It did not come out on the Wii U. Now Capcom showed off Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, but it's not coming to the 3DS, and it's not coming to the Switch. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 includes Mega Man, what? I don't know. 8's in there, I know that for sure. 7's in there, I'm sure. But it's not coming to either Nintendo platform. So I'm like, what the hell? This makes absolutely no sense. I would think Nintendo fans would eat this up. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Capcom they're working on being on my poop list.
Somebody was saying this on NeoGAF the other day. There was a thread that was like, so Capcom's not awesome anymore, right? And people were like, yeah, I kind of get that feeling. So I was really annoyed by this. So I went in my email and I searched out every PR contact I had for Capcom. And I said, hey, is there any way I could get a statement from Capcom on why these games aren't coming to the 3DS or the Switch? An official statement. And somebody got me one. So this comes right from Capcom.
Because we don't want
it. Listen to their answer. This is Capcom. Quote, there are no plans for a Switch or 3DS version at this time. Right now, we're focusing on developing for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. That's it. And they put in their email, so I didn't harass them more. Later on, the representative told me, quote, there's no further information available on this subject at this time. So it's like, here's your answer that doesn't answer what you wanted, and don't ask again. That's what it was. So that's what you're going to get. That's the best I can do for you, which is ridiculous. Thank you to Capcom for actually responding to me, but your answer is garbage. Like, that's a non-answer. I want to know why. I don't want to know that you're not doing it. I know you're not doing it. But people are like, well, maybe at E3, Capcom's going to be like the Disney Afternoon Collection, the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, and okay, that's fine. But why tell that it's coming to the other platforms now and then tell us that it's coming to ours later? I don't get it.
the Disney Afternoon thing. I'm really upset about that.
Well, there's your answer, Fishbowl. But if I asked them about the same thing, if I asked them the same question about that game, they'd give me the same answer. Mr. Rye has a top-rated comment, and it's a GIF of Mega Man drinking coffee at his computer. He sees the news. He throws his coffee away, flips the desk over, and blows up the computer. Some guy says, surely there's a larger market for it on Switch than Xbox One. I don't know that, but I can tell you certainly there's a market for it, without a doubt. I would buy a Mega Man Legacy Collection on Switch. No problem.
Switchers are selling like hotcakes. The NES system, what was that called?
Oh, the Classic Edition?
The NES Classic sold like hotcakes. Why not release collections of games that people are, like
I don't get it.
I can't explain my words.
Right? No, and it's like, hey, these games were on the NES. Remember the NES? Well, Nintendo's got two systems out right now. Nope, not on those.
That's what I'm saying.
And they go through in the artwork sections and remove like the Nintendo logos and branding and all that stuff. Like, I understand they have to, but still, it's like the cigarette being put out on your arm. It just bothers me so much. But there's your answer. We also had our first look, thanks to Way Forward. We were the first ones in the world, according to my information, that had footage of Shantae Half Genie Hero running on the Switch. So Shantae Half Genie Hero on the Switch is the same game it was on the Wii U or other platforms, but it includes all new HD Rumble, and obviously the DLC is going to come to this platform as well.
I finished that game. I just didn't finish it.
You finished it.
Finished it a couple of
I
times.
finished the story, but not the.
So it is available.
I didn't know I could go back to the world somehow.
It is available on Switch right now. Thanks to Way Forward for supplying us with that. And Hayawana says Shantae needs multiplayer co-op. That would be fun. Who saw the other game Way Forward announced this week?
I did not.
It is the Mummy Demastered Edition. So they're doing another movie tie-in. But the thing with Way Forward is their movie-based games are good. So they're doing it's like a 2D pixel game. It's coming to the Switch and a PS4 and I think Xbox One. It might be Wii U. I don't remember. But it's a Metroidvania game, but it's based on the Mummy. They showed one screenshot so far. Yeah, I'm sold. It looks great. Can't wait.
Let's see it. Let's find
Look up The Mummy Demastered.
And I mean, the worse the movie is, the better the game, right?
That's right. And I hear the movie's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I was just reading about it last night, actually.
So that's a good sign.
Is it out yet?
The movie? I think it just came out yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Demastered. That's funny.
Well, because it's retro. Get it?
Oh, okay.
Get it?
I didn't get it at first either.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
I don't
Demastered.
get it.
What don't you get?
Mummy Demastered.
He looks like he's in a future suit.
Well, did you watch the new movie? Because I didn't.
I saw the trailers.
I'm not
He's in a
gonna.
future suit.
Just because it's not, I know they show everything in trailers nowadays, but just because it's not in the trailer doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Well, let's go see it today. Pokemon news this week. There's a Pokemon Direct.
Demastered coming to Nintendo Switch.
I know.
That's Nintendo's new system.
We have some Pokemon news for you. So,
Surprised you didn't know that.
as was rumored like last week, and it turned out to be true, Pokken Tournament is getting a port to the Switch. It's called Pokken Tournament Deluxe. It's coming out on September 22nd.
Porkin Tournament.
Oh, man. Also,
I don't know why I can't get a job in any of these companies. Just naming this stuff.
Also revealed was Pokemon Gold and Silver are coming to the 3DS Virtual Console. Those are also coming out September 22nd. So 2 more classic Pokemon games for the 3DS Virtual Console, which I'm sure you guys are interested in because Pokemon Yellow remains at the top of the 3DS download charts almost every single week. So this should do quite well. And then finally, the big reveal was Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. They offer an alternate story and Pokemon not found in the original. That's coming to the 3DS. So let's see. Whoa. Okay, I can give you more information on that. So Pokken Tournament DX includes new support Pokemon like Litten and Poplio. It also includes a brand new fighter. Oh boy. Decidueye. Decidueye. Yes. It has team battle mode. It also has group match, daily challenges, and you can watch battle replays. So Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out November 17th. We got to look at 2 new Pokemon forms resembling the legendary Solgaleo and Lunala. I also heard somebody pronounce it Solgaleo. I don't know how you say it. Yeah, how do you say these made-up words? But yeah, they're on the way.
Somebody at work yesterday was talking about Execute.
The Pokemon?
Yeah. And I said, what does he look like? He's got a hood with a big axe. It's the executioner.
No, not quite.
No.
Shadowbuster is a top-rated comment. He says the stars were not aligned, it seems. Yes, there was a rumor of Pokemon Stars, which is a game that, as far as we know, doesn't exist. Was coming to the Switch. Maybe they're saving it for E3. I don't know. We also had our video review of ARMS this week. ARMS is the next big game coming to the Switch that comes out June 16th. So I posted up my video review of that. If you're looking for the very short version, I really enjoyed the game. If you're getting it for single player only, I wouldn't recommend it because there's not a lot of single player content, but usually fighting games are like that. So if you're looking for multiplayer content, be it local or online, then I heavily recommend this game. Or highly.
I don't know where to put a camera in here. The court jester said he's watching.
Maybe he's just watching.
Does that turn you on?
Turn me on now. Zach says, I haven't gotten a chance to play it, but from what I've seen, the lack of button mapping would drive me nuts. If they added full button mapping, I'd pick it up for sure. Well, maybe at a later date, because there is other stuff coming to ARMS, like new characters and stuff. Free DLC at a later point. So maybe in an update that will happen. But yes, June 16th is ARMS, so look forward to it. I won't bore you with the review details other than what I said. You can hit up the video review to check that out.
To move to New Jersey.
Konami talked about Switch support. So Super Bomberman R came out on the Switch, and it did really well for them. Super Bomberman R. And it did really well for them. And Konami's European brand manager, Richard Jones, was asked about Switch support here on out. And he had a very interesting answer. Here's what he says. All I can say is that there are lots of internal discussions going on within Konami regarding what games we can bring to the Switch other than Bomberman.
I'll tell you what.
A game which we are well aware of its heritage and how loved it is Castlevania. So much so that Castlevania is getting its own show on Netflix. And because of that, we're hearing a lot of desire from our fans for a new Castlevania series. So we do know there's demand for a new game, but right now nothing is set in stone as discussions are still going on. I want to stress this. He was asked, hey, what's Konami got planned for Switch? And he decided to talk about Castlevania on his own. So it wasn't like, hey, is Castlevania coming to the Switch? It was, hey, what are you doing for Switch? And he's like, I know fans want Castlevania.
Kind of what he said was Castlevania is going to be on Netflix, and I can imagine we could make a lot of money with that.
How does that work? Isn't there money made off that?
What? No. There's going to, that's the fact that Castlevania is coming to Netflix means we can make a lot of money by putting out games.
But the problem is, who makes Castlevania?
Igarashi.
No more.
No.
Not right now, we don't.
What's his name?
No, Igarashi's gone.
No. Yeah. He's gone. But, I can't remember.
Is it a person's name? Or is it a company?
Solid.
Hideo Kojima? Well, he was involved, quote unquote, with Lords of Shadow. He oversaw the project. I think it really just means he passed by the room while Mercury Steam was working on it, and he's like, "Looks good, everybody."
Oh, he really I thought he did because the long.
He didn't really do anything with
what
it.
What about the long cutscenes?
That's what he said as he was walking by. Needs longer cutscene.
Add 50 minutes.
But Lords of Shadow, the first one, loved it. The second one, I don't know what happened. It was a disaster of a game.
The handheld version.
Mirror of Fate, I liked. I found it quite enjoyable.
What's going on with that Blood game?
But Mercury Steam is not doing Castlevania anymore. So if another Castlevania comes out, I don't know if Konami's going to do it themselves or ship it out to somebody else. What's going on with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay.
So they just.
Where is it?
Well, they just literally this week had a hands-on event for the new latest build. They showed off new gameplay footage. He said, obviously, they're aiming to release in 2018. I think he said they're at 30 to 40% complete on the development. And he said, basically, listen, we were doing some things, and I didn't like it. And people spent millions of dollars on this. And he said, I'm not going to screw it up. So he said, I was like, we're redoing how we make games. I want to start a completely different way. And they did that, and that's where they are now. So he's like, here, you can play it. So I saw the footage, and I saw the impressions from people.
What happens if he spends all the money that he made with the Kickstarter and then he can't remake the whole game because he just spent all that money and he can't make any more money. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's going to happen.
How do you know?
I don't know. That's why I said I don't think. But yeah, positive impressions all around. The new footage looks great. It looks like Castlevania, but it's not Castlevania. So yeah, I don't know what
Would you
Konami's
call it a
gonna do.
Metroidvania game? I just clicked all of them. So.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a Metroidvania game, without a doubt. Yeah, that's his bread and butter. That's what he's doing. This is just, not sprite-based graphics. It's 3D graphics, but on a 2D
What if
plane.
he's spending all that money by paying someone to make videos of 3D graphics side-scrolling game like that, and he's just sitting back on an island?
I just told you people played it.
People, let me know these people. Fake news.
JLA Timer 11 says Konami does what Capcom don't. I don't know about that. Let's see what
something. We just reply with fake news and we walk away.
Let's see what Konami ends up doing first before we're. I mean, it's nice to have Bomberman.
Konami. Adventure Island. They on the right side now, right?
They do. Yes, that's
let's
true.
See it. Dragon's
Let's
Trap
see
game,
it.
right? Wonder Boy's doing all right. They brought back. They did a new. Not Konami, but Blaster Master. How's that doing?
Last I heard
This is the land of retro world. Let's do it.
Last I heard it sold 70,000 copies so far. Well, Inti Creates is very happy with it because that's in line with what they're looking for. But and that's got more DLC. That has DLC that just came out. Also coming up from Inti Creates really soon is Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Now, I know everybody hears Gunvolt or no, they hear Mighty Number 9 and they're like, uh-oh. But Inti Creates, when not being led by Inafune, makes good stuff.
Wow.
Yes,
that's his. No, right? Gunvolt, whatever. Isn't that
that's
Azure
his
Gunvolt? Azure Gunvolt.
What do you? Who?
I don't know.
Are you talking about Inafune?
Isn't that Inafune?
Yes, yes.
The answer to your question is yes.
Concept-wise, yes. It's the same deal it was with. It's the same deal it was with Konami and
I sit here
Kojima.
at this table and you say this stuff about these game makers that are really well-established game makers and everybody respects them, and it's like he's making Azure Gunvolt. Or I just said it and now I've messed it up.
Listen, this is what he made recently. Mighty Number 9. That's his baby. Not very good. From what I hear, I haven't played it yet. I own it. I haven't played it yet.
But what about the Azure Striker Gunvolt?
I'm telling you what that is.
It's just like Mega Man, and he made it. Mega Man made
No.
it. And I can't.
No.
I love it. It's such a great game, and everybody loves it. It's so good, Mega Man.
We were just talking about Kojima.
I know.
And Castlevania.
And I sat at this very table
this
many times where you're like, Kojima's making Lords of Shadow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's so good. It's just like everything I ever dreamed of. And now you're telling me years later that he didn't make it.
Well, we find out things. Konami sells it one way, and then as things go on, you'll find out what really happened.
I feel like it's
they're
you
liars.
selling it to me.
You didn't even buy it,
I'm trying to sell it to you.
so I didn't do a good enough job then.
I feel like I got the wool pulled over my eyes by one of my best friends.
North America this week's uploads by Nintendo.
I mean, we downloaded it. They're available as
That
downloads.
look was great.
To the eShop. Switch on June 13th is getting not 1, not 2, but Cars 3, Driven to Win.
Driven to women, I think.
Watch Lightning McCloud, whatever his name is, have sex with real human women.
Ciao.
Put it in my tailpipe, baby.
Didn't they kill all the humans in the world of Cars?
I haven't seen any Cars movies, so
I haven't either. But
as far as I'm
theory that
concerned,
I've read about.
that's canon. You've told me more information than I knew before.
Cars 4. Road Rage.
Wii U Virtual Console.
Out. He's got like 9 o'clock shadow on his front bumper and stuff.
I don't know what conversation is going on in this chat right now, but I read part of
Is
it.
it about cars?
No, Kimmy Newt says, I don't know. Why would that make me sleep better? It's not like I've never masturbated before in bed. No, I'm sorry. It says, it's not like I've never masturbated before bed. So just before bedtime, I guess. I don't know what they're talking about. And then the next comment's about EA.
About what?
EA. Because EA's press conference is going on.
Maybe somebody was saying, yeah.
Wii U Virtual Console got Alien Crush. If you haven't played Alien Crush, get it. The game is awesome. It's a TurboGrafx 16 game. Yeah, it's a ridiculously awesome pinball game. Great soundtrack, full of like blood
That's
and
coming to Switch?
demons and guts. I literally just said Wii U Virtual Console.
Wii U. Who's got a Wii U anymore?
And also on the Wii U Virtual Console, Neutopia 2 is available.
Neutopia?
Nope, Neutopia.
Neo? Isn't there a Neo? Or no, I'm thinking of Neopets. Never mind.
3DS themes this week is Disney Tsum Tsum Princesses Edition.
Man,
Also-
what's with those Tsum Tsum?
Also available on Switch this week is the Neo Geo game Shock Troopers Second Squad. Shantae Half Genie Hero is on Switch. 3DS got Anime Workshop, or as I've heard lately, Anime. On Wii U will also be Cars 3 Driven to Win. And on Wii U, with a demo, is Cubit the Hardcore Platformer Robot HD.
Dear Lord.
I gotta say, I like the look of that Cubit game.
I didn't say it early, but hello, Corchester. I just said he was watching.
You did. You should be watching. First comment comes from
Jeremy.
Ronald Chemist. And they say, I hope Nintendo ups their sale game during E3 because, wow, I'm sick and tired of seeing the same old crap indie titles up here. Why can't we get a sale on good titles, even good indie titles?
Yeah.
Even good indie titles. Even good indie titles. I'm so fed up with sales, I want to buy an indie game. Oh, I don't get you people. I don't get it. Oh, I don't get it. If you showed somebody a video game and they didn't follow video games closely, and you showed them like, hey, look, here's Snake Pass, and here's Call of Duty, or here's Shantae, and here's Katamari Damacy. They wouldn't be like, this is a lesser game, because they don't know anything about who made them. They're all video games. Why does it matter who makes them? Why does it matter that it's an indie company? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why are they closed?
Wait, who says that about any companies?
People.
This guy.
People do. You want to know what non-indie companies get you? They get you Mass Effect Andromeda. That's what they get you. They work on a game for 5 years, but they really only work on it for 18 months. They know it's going to be poop. They don't tell anybody. They don't decide to push it back. They just fart it out there, and they're like, give me that money. Num, 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 num. And then after it's out, they're like, oh, we're sorry, it's bad. You knew it was bad. You knew it was bad, and you put it out.
The indie companies.
You knew it.
Sorry.
Was it really only 18 months?
According to the developers that are remaining anonymous, but it is a Kotaku interview with multiple sources. They say almost all the work on the game was done in the last 18 months, and by the end of the project, they were just trying to make sure it didn't fall apart. They say usually you're putting polish into a game then. This time they were like, oh my God, it just needs to somehow work, and we got to put it in the box. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And EA's like, Mass Effect, baby, go get it. Then it comes out 2 weeks, all the bad press, and they're like, oh, BioWare's got to do some damage control. We're sorry. We know our great fans let us know things they'd like to see different, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to see different? Delay the damn game. Don't tell me it's good when it's not. It's bad.
But then, Nintendo does that all the time. They keep delaying the games, and then everybody poops on them.
Until the game comes out.
And then
I was talking about this with Doom Michaels.
And then they do something else all over them, if you know what I'm saying.
Companies I respect for how they handle games. Nintendo, Rockstar. Two companies that take long times to make games, but they aren't afraid to delay them. And they say, listen, we want to get it right. We know you don't like delays, but this is for the benefit of the product. And look at their track records. Great games. They respect they're all businesses. They're all trying to make money, of course, but they respect the player. They're not going to rush something out the door because they have an arbitrary date that needs to be hit. Obviously, they aren't happy about delaying games, but they look at quality versus when the game is initially supposed to come out, and they're like, no, We're delaying it.
But they're also first party.
Rockstar?
No.
Yes, Nintendo has it a little different because they can decide on their own. Yes, it's not like somebody's pressuring Nintendo, obviously. But Rockstar is the same way, and they have pressures. So.
I mean, they have pressure, but again, they're...
I should say Take-Two at least understands. That's the thing. But that's how it should be done. Now look at, you have Mass Effect. Loyal fans from the first 3 games. They bought the 4th game based on how great the other games were. 3 may have faltered a bit, but still not a terrible game. Then they show off this game and talk about how great it's going to be, and they just take all that money from fans. So what do they do now? They ruin fan trust, and they hurt a franchise. They hurt a franchise's legacy. And now they say Mass Effect is going away for a while. Because, you know why? Because they want people to forget that this one was bad. And then they'll eventually come back and hopefully make a great one. But they need time to heal the wounds of all the fans that bought this one. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous.
Gosh darn.
No, but the indie developers are the ones. Sorry to go backwards, but they're the ones. They're the only ones that are really not only ones, but they're the ones that are really pushing limits and trying to do something different, not all the same garbage over and over and over and over again.
I mean, I got no knocks against big name companies or indie developers doing whatever genres or titles or graphical styles they want. But when it comes to indie developers, especially the smaller teams, this, it's so much of a passion project, and they're putting so much on the line. They're putting their living
they're the only
on the
ones
line.
trying to be creative and.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I would say overall, I feel there's more creative stuff coming from
They
indies.
take
Yes,
bigger
but
risks.
well, it depends on how you look at it. A lot of people would say EA and Ubisoft take bigger risks because they're putting hundreds of millions of dollars out there, and indie devs are just out of pocket, whatever. It could be either way. But I would say yes. Overall, I believe indies take, I don't know about bigger risk, but are more open to not following trends and doing things their own way, and making the game that they want to make and not being afraid to try new stuff. Yeah, because bigger companies have a lot of money that they have to worry about, a lot of different arms and stuff. It's not like bigger companies are against innovation. It's just that they don't have as much wiggle room because they have so much money into it. So if they could build
they're
up,
just looking to pump out the same stuff that made them money.
Yeah,
and they just want to get their big
but quicker with less people and them working more hours. Yeah, that's what it is. They want to make a name. And then they want to milk it. I mean, look at Assassin's Creed. They were pumping out one every single year, and sales started to drop off. And to Ubisoft's credit, they're like, all right, we'll pull back for a year. No Assassin's Creed this year. I can respect that. But the thing is, you're killing franchises so quick, you're not giving them room to breathe. If there's a new installment every year, people are going to get tired of them. Look at Yokai Watch. That's on the decline. And it's like what Level 5 does with their games. They don't let a game grow. They don't give it time. They're like, oh my God, this is a real big hit. We got to strike while the iron's hot and then make our money. And that's good for 5 years, but then your franchise, people don't have the interest in your franchise anymore. Both sides. Whatever. Europe, this week's downloads on the eShop. Shantae Half Genie Hero is on the Switch. Shock Troopers Second Squad is on the Switch. 3DS got Farming Simulator 18. Mom Brain, what's the new feature in that game?
Big tractors or something?
I made a very big point to talk about this.
We
Pigs. The first one with
That's
pigs. Also available as I Am an Air Traffic Controller. Airport Hero Hawaii. Yes. Of Mice and Sand is available. In Of Mice and Sand, the mice drive a desert ship as their mobile fortress to travel around the planet. By ordering the mice crew living in the desert ship, you can build facilities on the ship and make food for breeding the mice with various items. With the development of the ship, thank you, Nintendo, more mice will join in and they can accomplish more jobs. Don't let them starve and make them rich.
Don't let them become a rat king.
Your final goal is to reach the other side of the desert and find...
What?
Yet!
Listen to this last sentence. Your final goal is to reach the other side of the desert and find a legendary land of gold to the east, El Dorado.
Alright.
You sold me with the last line. What is this game about? Mice in a tank in a desert that want to get rich and find El Dorado.
Yeah.
All right.
Why
Woo.
not?
Mysterious Stars 3D, a fairy tale, is also available on the 3DS. There's Pick-a-Pix Color DLC available. 3DS Theme Shop, Pick-a-Pix Color Theme, on brain. Hello Kitty Street Art Style. And Hello Kitty, what the fart is going on? Hello Kitty is a mermaid theme. The description is even better. Here's the whole thing. Hello Kitty is a mermaid theme.
Mhm.
Description. Hello Kitty is a pretty mermaid.
Well,
Oh.
Mr. Men, Little Miss Camping theme. Nuzzy.
Mhm.
What's Nuzzy?
I don't know. It's
What
not.
was the name of that thing that taught you French?
Muzzy.
That's Muzzy with an
Oh,
M.
no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of at first.
Stego and Renew in the Far West theme. Stego enjoys playing cowboy with Renew.
oh boy.
This is great. Jurassic Cubs.
Stego likes to dress like a pretty
Thank you,
cowboy.
Dan. Jurassic Cubs, the rain dance theme. The Jurassic Cubs enjoy playing in the Native American village.
Mhm.
JC 3-pack theme. That's Jurassic Cubs, in case you want to know.
Uh-huh.
Teo Playa theme. Teo Playa. Teo Playa is a son and beach lover. Spend summer holidays with him. All right.
Is that in
Yasmin
order?
Mong theme. She's the princess of the flowers. She loves colors and tradition. How generic is that? What are your favorite things? Colors.
My turn-ons include flowers and tradition.
And Teo Stardust theme. Dance and have fun with Teo Stardust. Rock and roll.
Yep.
I don't know what the fart I'm talking about. Wii U got Cubit the Hardcore Platformer Robot HD. You get a discount if you own the 3DS version. And there is a free demo as well. Block Zombies is available. Sphere Slice is available. Blazing Lasers, the TurboGrafx 16 game, is available. Pick-a-Pix Color DLC as well. And there you go. Well, I hope some of you read this press release and enjoyed it as much as I did, because there's some funny stuff in there. Teo Playa means Uncle Beach in Spanish, says David. Uncle Beach! I want to see Uncle Beach, Mommy. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Vinny says, what is he reading out? That's the press release from Nintendo of Europe for what came out on the digital shops this week. All right, so Miyamoto did an interview with 4Gamer, and he was at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Universal Studios project in Japan, the Super Nintendo World, the collaboration between the two, which isn't going to launch until they're hoping to get it open to the public before the 2020 Olympics, like right before, because obviously a lot of people are going to be going there to see the Olympics and also most likely attend this new theme park. So Miyamoto did an interview, and he's like, I hope the Switch is going to be even more popular in 2020. And he's like, I think the Switch is going to have a longer lifespan than 5 years. I hope so as well. And right now, he says Nintendo and Universal Studios are talking about connectivity between the Switch and Super Nintendo World. So you can bring your Switch to Super Nintendo World and do some fancy things. They said they're working on it right now, but they're not going to tell you what they're going to do. But they did say they're using their knowledge from past experiences to work on this idea. So stuff like they did, you could bring your DS to the Louvre and plug in headphones, and it gives you the Louvre, and it gives you like details on whatever art exhibits you're looking at and stuff like that. He was asked about the park featuring other characters or other universes outside of Mario, and he said, well, it's called Super Nintendo World, so I'll leave that to your imagination. He's basically saying, yes, he's like, it's not Super Mario World, Super Nintendo World. Nintendo is hoping that this interaction will broaden their audience and also interact with young people as well. They say, when Nintendo was thinking of this idea, universe of broadening things in unique ways, They say Universal got in touch with them and was like, hey, you guys want to work on something? Nintendo was like, this is perfect timing. And Nintendo said, or Miyamoto said, we couldn't do it on our own because we'd have to hire like thousands of people to make this happen if they were making their own theme park. So he's like, this is the perfect marriage of ideas. Miyamoto says Nintendo's going to have similar collaborations going forward. What that means, I don't know. And he wants to stress that Super Nintendo World isn't going to be just rides. It's going to be rides. It's going to be restaurants. It's going to be shops. There's going to be Nintendo-themed shows. It's a big deal, baby. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm excited. First comment comes from Guy Bones. And he says, similar collaboration like with Disney World theme parks? I don't think... Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I can't imagine that Nintendo would be able to do a theme park in Disney and a theme park in Universal. I don't think it works like that. They might be able to do other collaborations with Disney, but I don't think in a theme park. What's this?
Wait, didn't they do that with the Harry Potter theme park?
Do what? Do what now?
Split between the two parks?
That's
Did they?
Universal, though.
Oh, okay.
It's Universal and Islands of Adventure. It's
Islands of
It's
okay.
all Universal property.
Never mind. That's not what happened.
Wait a minute, what just happened here?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I did a video talking about how obsessed people are with someone winning E3 or a company winning E3. So each year, obviously, as we lead into E3, I see certain types of articles. And those articles are always talking about what a company needs to do to win E3, how a company can win E3. And I guess a lot of people read them, and I just feel like I'm not saying they can't write them. Go ahead and write them if you want. But the whole idea is just silly to me. Like, how does somebody win E3? Like, how are you measuring that? And what does the company get from it?
How do people break the internet? How do people win the internet? How do people do freaking anything?
Yes.
They're all stupid.
Yes. Well, I'm not going to say they're stupid, but
No,
I just don't.
every freaking thing because
It's very,
fake
very
news. It's all
competitive.
stupid.
So if you want to check out my video, you can do that. And thank you to the compliments that people gave me on that. I greatly appreciate it. Nintendo Canada, what? Best Buy Canada. There is a Nintendo Canada.
Okay.
Best Buy Canada's website had a listing for 3 games that they said Nintendo was going to reveal at E3. The box art say to be revealed at E3. So they had 3 placeholders, and everybody's like, oh, what's this mean? Nintendo going to reveal 3 games at E3? And then people found some box art links, like placeholder box art stuff on the server. Blah, blah, blah. But Best Buy came out and said the info on their site was inaccurate. But they didn't say what info. The listing of 3 games? The boxes people found? We don't know. Top-rated comment comes from Barracks, and they say, get Pikmin and not Metroid? Be disappointed. Get Metroid and not Pikmin? Be disappointed. Get Metroid, Smash, Animal Crossing, Pikmin, and F-Zero and not Wave Race? Be disappointed. It's the internet, my friend. You nailed it. That's what it's like. We're going to do this? We have a lot of time. We're not this week. It is this week, but we get the data next week.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to do that one. Oh my God, yeah. I don't even know where to start with this one. Take the time and read this interview. It's amazing. It's 4 ridiculously long pages of an interview with Mr. Al Newman talking about the Legend of Zelda franchise. He talks about Breath of the Wild and then Zelda in general. And he gives so much detail and insight into the franchise. It's amazing. And I have design documents from Ocarina of Time because he handled all the dungeons in Ocarina of Time. And in this interview, he's like, this is how it went. Nintendo was like, hey, you're doing the dungeons. And he's like, okay, what am I working with? Who else? And they go, you're doing the dungeons. And he's like, I'm doing every dungeon? And he shows off design documents of the Water Temple, one of the most infamous dungeons in the Zelda franchise. So he shows the documents of like how it was put together and stuff like that. Really cool stuff. But he tells, it's, you know why I like this interview? Because it's ridiculously real and very like down to earth. It's how people talk. So in one of the sections, he's talking about So he learned that he had to do all the dungeons in Ocarina of Time. So he's like stressed out beyond belief, and he's like, how am I going to wow people? What am I going to do? So he's working on it by himself, and he says Miyamoto would come up to him and like watch what he was doing, and he's nervous about it.
No pressure.
And Miyamoto would like lean over and whisper to him and be like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you could chop a sign in half and then walk away? And Al Newman's like, what is this guy talking about? He's like, I'm under so much stress trying to get all these dungeons done, and this weirdo comes up behind me and it's like, we should be able to chop signs. It's like, he's like, this is what working with Miyamoto is like. He wanders in, says something weird, and then leaves. But he's like, to his credit, at the end of the development, like you see things that he was trying to tell you without coming out and telling you it directly. And he's like, okay, I get what he's saying. He's like, I've worked with the guy long enough now. But he said originally, I think he said after Wind Waker, Al Newman was like, all right, I can't lead Zelda games anymore. He's like, I can't do it. I hate doing interviews with you, talking to Miyamoto. He's like, I can't do it. It's too much stress. I can't do the interviews. I don't like any of it. But Miyamoto like talked him back into it and gave him a new way of thinking. And now he's at where he is now, where he really loves it and wants to continue on. But he would say, like, he used to do interviews alongside Miyamoto, and people would ask him, like, what is the essence of Zelda? And Al Newman would be like, well, I think it's this thing. And Miyamoto would be like, no, it's this thing. And then they'd do the next interview, and then Miyamoto would give a completely different answer, and he'd be like, what the hell, man? I said the thing you said last time, and now you say something different. He's like, I hate doing interviews. It's a really good interview. You have to read it. It's funny. It's got all kinds of amazing insight into the Zelda franchise in general. Amazing. In all my years of running GoNintendo, that's my favorite interview by far. First comment comes from Immediate Muffin, and they say, I like how he takes Miyamoto off the pedestal. Yeah, there's a portion where he's saying, like, listen, there's some gamers who think Miyamoto's God. He's not a god. I don't think he's a god. He's like, obviously, he's amazing at what he does, but I want to surpass him. He says, my goal is to surpass him. I'm not good at my job if I'm not trying to surpass Miyamoto. So, yeah, like I said, very open and honest. Yes, Wesley. I'm sorry, I just caught that now. Yes, these streams will definitely, pretty much if it's a top story, pretty much if it's a big story on the YouTube channel, I'll cover it in top stories here. So yes, it's a good way to catch up. Yeah. God, there's a lot going on. It's like E3's coming up. So we had some exclusive information, which was in one of our YouTube videos. This comes from a source that is directly tied to GameStop, and it's not like, you know, Joe that works behind the counter at GameStop. It's a little more than that, but that's all I can say.
Joe GameStop.
Joe GameStop. They gave us inside information from a meeting at GameStop.
By the way, do you know the Outerbridge crossing is named after a person whose last name is Outerbridge?
What?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
This information,
because it's the furthest most crossing into the boroughs of Manhattan. It's because it's a man's name.
This information is subject to change, but this is what GameStop is telling their employees as of right now. Super Mario Odyssey is going to launch on November 17th. That's the same day as Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which makes perfect sense because Nintendo's done that at least 3 times in recent years. Plus, it's a Friday, which makes sense as well. Nintendo has a thing about launching huge games like that alongside each other, like they did Smash Brothers and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire at the same time.
That's
Super
like
Mario 3D World and something else.
Coming out with an action-packed blockbuster and a dramatic blockbuster.
Well, one's on 3DS and one's on their console all the time.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing. He does 2 movies, like when he does it has a release, his 2 movies come out in the same year.
We're also hearing that Xenoblade...
Was it Jurassic Park and Schindler's List?
Let's see.
We also heard that Xenoblade Chronicles 2
another one in Munich
is going to be delayed to February 2018, which really isn't that big of a surprise. I think most of us are expecting that game not to come out in 2017, at least here. It might come out 2017 in Japan, but the inside word at GameStop is it's going to be delayed to February 2018. It's only a 2-month delay, not like a huge deal or anything like that.
I know it's only 2 months, but when I hear 2018, I still feel like, man, that's in the future.
But again, I want to stress this information is subject to change. Also, We don't know if the Splatoon bundle that Europe and North America or Europe and Japan are getting is coming to North America, but GameStop, regardless, is going to do their own bundle. It'll be a neon Switch, so blue and red one, a copy of Splatoon 2, and a Splatoon 2 Pro controller. So they're going to do, just like they've been doing bundles for a while now, they're going to do their own bundle like that. And then finally, not surprisingly, we should be seeing more or a reprint of Zelda Amiibo to go alongside the Breath of the Wild DLC that's coming out this summer. We still don't have a specific date for that. We just know that it's summer. So there's your inside information.
Can I talk about something?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just kidding.
I got an email about ARMS from Nintendo.
Okay.
And
Buy ARMS.
it said, well, it has links. It says pre-order from your favorite online vendors.
Pre-order,
and it also advertised to pre-order or buy the neon green controllers.
Yellow.
Neon yellow. They're green, but
I agree.
they're
But
greenish yellow,
yes, they're both.
yellowish green. Whatever.
I mean, have you seen one in person? Maybe it's just the
That's right.
maybe it's just the camera.
I haven't, but I have seen multiple pictures of them, not from Nintendo. That,
Well, anyway,
it's yellow green. Either way.
Okay.
I clicked links for. Can I say company names here? Amazon, Best Buy,
Yeah.
Toys R Us. I clicked all these
Target.
links because it says pre-order, and it had a link for the controllers. Get them now. They all say coming soon, not available.
Sold out. Yeah.
Are they sold out? They just say coming soon, not available.
Yeah, they're sold out of their initial
They
stock.
mean their new stock is coming.
Why am I
soon.
getting emails saying buy it now when I can't buy
You
it?
can probably buy the battery
It's a jerky.
extender. Those probably aren't sold out.
Oh, battery extender.
Just saying. And then finally, Nintendo, like I said, has posted up the top story of FIFA 18 on Switch, detailing the game itself. And let's see, this is all news to me. Available on September 29th, with a variety of controller and display configurations available, as well as split Joy-Con support, blah, blah, blah. It features advanced rendering tech. It features Ultimate Team, Career Mode, Switch Kickoff, and Local Seasons. There you go. And then it says this: the best of the best are coming to FIFA 18. Play with the most iconic legends of football, including Ronaldo Nazario. I don't know who that is. There you go. All right, we're behind.
Where's Gayaga?
Gayaga. What's with the Google watermark at the top left of the screen? Well, I'm on YouTube, and that's Google. So I think that's what you're seeing. All right. Anybody play anything they want to talk about?
I just played ARMS last time I was
That's right.
here.
Boy, did I suck at it.
Yeah.
I'm better now.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not great, but I was terrible at it.
So yeah, I was playing. Did I play both of you, or was it just R type?
You played me like once.
Okay.
I was Mechanica, or as she says her name in the game, Mechanica.
Okay. And that's who I was playing as when I was fighting R type.
Did you have fun?
I did have fun.
It was fun. It was fun.
It wasn't too hard to get the hang of it.
Yeah, and so now I found like the character and the arms combination that I like, so I'm in a better spot. I play as in most fighting games I hate the heavy characters because they're slow and I don't like them. But in arms I like the heavy, so I play as Master Mummy with his I forget what they're called. It's like each fish shoots out like it's like 3 little rocket thingies that you can light up on fire.
Oh.
I don't know. But yeah, I had much better luck when I actually went through all the characters and found someone that worked for me. So you played that. That it?
That was it, yeah.
Okay, no, Mom Brain, nothing. Okay. Played ARMS. I played a lot of ARMS. Like I said, multiplayer, that's where it's at. It's a fighting game, so I think that's what you should expect pretty much. But I said there have been fighting games where single player has been surprisingly detailed and giving you a lot of content. For example, I used Injustice, which has a very deep story mode.
Second.
I want to play it, but I've been waiting for you guys. Like, I don't want to get it and play it. I'm not going to get it and play it on my own. I want to make sure you guys are going to be around because I really liked that. We had a lot of fun. So the only other thing I played, oh crap, I meant to look this up. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Crap, I gotta poop.
I got to make sure I can talk about it.
I
I was like, boy, I can't wait to talk about this, and then I remembered that I might not be able to talk about it.
No.
Oh no, it's not email.
No.
Mom brain.
Hold on.
You know those?
Okay, what?
You know those papers I got with that thing in them? Oh, you're an ass.
Is it Michaels?
No. Where are those papers?
I put them on your chair in your office.
Would you mind getting them, Nikki Hill, please?
I can get them.
Oh, okay. Because one of them is the embargo sheet. I need that to see what I can talk about. I'm sorry, guys. I literally got out of the shower and came down here to do the podcast. Well, Mom Brain brought this down here for me to show you, so I'll show you. So Mom Brain made me a care package for E3 to survive E3 at my computer desk, and she made me a special one of those fancy travel mugs, but with my real name on it. For Mommy.
These?
Yes.
Don't show it off. You're gonna see the pictures.
Oh, was there another one?
There were two, right? There were two.
No, you're missing one. It's okay. I'll go look for it. Well, I want to tell you if I can. I want to see if I can talk about this because I've been playing this, but I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. So I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. Who made this? Well, this is Nintendo and Grezzo. Grezzo has worked on many Zelda games. Oh, Mom Brain, that's the thing. Thank you so much.
You had put it on your desk, so you knew where it was, but I didn't.
I can.
Kind of looks like.
Oh, okay. I can talk about up to the first 5 hours of the game, up to a certain portion. And guess what? I played a little over 5 hours.
Be careful what you talk about.
So, Ever Oasis. Here's what I want to say about this game.
Garbage.
Please do not ignore it. I know it's coming out during a very busy time. I know the Switch is the big thing right now. Please do not ignore Ever Oasis. It's a fantastic game. It's like if you mixed Zelda with it's like resource management and Zelda. So when you're out in the desert, you're going in dungeons and exploring and stuff. But it's also got a very tiny bit of Minecraft, I guess, because you're collecting resources to make things. But that's back at your Oasis. No. And then at your Oasis, you're building, what are they called? Bloom something. They're shops. I don't know what they're called. Bloom something. But they're shops, basically. And you make shops in your Oasis to bring in more people. And more people bring in more money because they're buying more things. And then some of the people stay in your town to grow your Oasis bigger, which lets you level it up. And then those new shops bring in other new people. And those new people can tell you about things that are out in the desert that you can research. So somebody will be like, hey, I saw this really awesome thing out there. You should go check that out. So if you're not bringing in more people into your town, you might not learn about these things. Or your town, your Oasis. Now, I'm not into resource management stuff. I don't like that in games. Like Fallout, what is it? Shelter? The mobile game or whatever it is. And Diner Dash, like he said. And it's not my type of game. It stresses me out. I don't have fun with it. I just always feel like I don't know, it's funny. When I play games, I'm really engaged with them. But when I play stuff like Diner Dash, I feel like I'm not relaxing. I feel like I'm always
Bloom booths.
Bloom booths. Thank you. I feel like I'm all over the place.
It says do not talk about Bloom.
I know that's not true. It just stresses me out. But I don't feel that here. And now it could happen. I could get that feeling later on in the game, but right now I'm really enjoying it. It's such a well-made game. It looks great. It's a fantastic soundtrack. It plays really well. The character designs are awesome. They're really unique and interesting. It's a beautiful game. But yeah, when it comes to the exploration and dungeons and stuff, it is Legend of Zelda. Classic Legend of Zelda, solving puzzles and you know what else it's like? It's like the Lost Vikings.
Oh, okay.
Because you can have, at least now, I can have up to 3 characters in my party, and characters. Oh, that's the other reason you want characters to come to your Oasis, because different characters have different abilities. So, like, one character can be like, hey, I am really good at finding minerals. And another character's like, hey, I'm really good at digging. And there's another character that's like, hey, I'm really good at turning into a ball like Samus does in Metroid and rolling around places.
That's what they say.
Exactly, just like that. So you outfit your party, or you pick your party before you go out on a mission. So if you're going to like a certain place that you know has things where you can dig, you're like, okay, I want a digging guy with me, and then you might take somebody else who's really good in combat against whatever type of enemy is there, because different enemies are easier or harder to defeat depending on what people you have in your party. It's really good. It's really, really good. Like I said, I know people are going to ignore it because it's not an established franchise. It's coming out at a very busy time. E3, Switch, it comes out like the 20-something or other. But still, there's so much stuff going on. I don't know if they're going to do a TV commercial for it. At least Nintendo is doing on their Play Nintendo channel. They're doing like Welcome to the Oasis video series. Imagine if like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel did one of their live action shows, but it was about a video game. That's what this thing is like. So it's a series of YouTube videos. The first one's out right now.
Hey.
Yes. But it's fantastic. I'm so excited to do a review for it because I'm really, really enjoying it. I never play games for more than like, I shouldn't say never. I hardly ever play games for more than like 2 hours. After that, I'm like, I don't know. I just can't. I need to take a break. I played this for over 5 hours last night straight. And I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my God, the time flew by. I had no idea I was playing for that long. And that's the best bit of praise I can give for this game. It's awesome. I really, really, really like it. Yes, my brain.
You know, I'm reading that book, Ready Player One.
Yes.
The name of the simulation, like software and whatnot that they use is called the Oasis.
Oh.
So
You read that, right? You didn't like it.
I didn't love it.
Okay.
I really like it.
Scale of 1 to 10.
6.8.
Okay.
Why did it lose points?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe over time I just liked it.
Maybe
a
I
little
did
bit
like
less.
it a 10 out of 10.
Maybe it was a 7.7.
Because so far,
That's a big jump. It's almost a full point.
It's a full point.
so far I'm enjoying it a great deal.
I enjoyed it as I read it.
Yeah,
Then I looked back.
Then
and
when I
was like,
analyzed it.
I'm
Hey,
like
that doesn't make sense.
a third, more than a third of the way through.
I don't mean to interrupt your conversation, but we are running a bit behind.
Oh,
Carry on.
man.
We can do it on after show.
You don't have to
Let me talk about
interrupt
a
our
game
book
that
club
doesn't
here.
even exist yet.
Yeah, please pay attention to that game.
I'm pretty sure the
Game
game
Explained on
already
their
exists.
YouTube channel has done a 1 hour live stream. I haven't looked at it, but you get a look at the game. That's my only knock against the game right now is when it opens up, you
It's
have to
too
go.
good.
You have to go through your tutorial stuff.
Oh,
But you know, and I think that's the first, maybe not even the first hour, but close to the first hour, and then you go. There's so many elements to the game. It's really good. I honestly can't wait to play it again tonight.
so you like it?
It's all right. I'd
Alright.
like 4 out of 10. Yeah, it's really good. All right, Mom Brain, let's do
Solid
some
4.
Oh
music.
god. Okay. Wasn't ready. I thought it wasn't time yet. Okay, here we go.
I saw one of them, but don't worry. I still probably won't be able to know what it was.
Here we are.
I'm terrible at it.
BR.
Anything that deals with my brain is pretty bad.
So, the first song here comes from Prat Trap. Just want to make sure my volume is right.
Ooh.
George Hyde.
You'll back me up here. Turn down one, please. That sound effect, maybe you'll back me up, will always remind me of Bionic Commando Rearms, because almost every song I game uses that. We played that game together.
I don't remember. Did I not just say anything that deals with my brain doesn't work too good? My brain it doesn't work.
I don't even know what system this is.
3DS and Wii U.
Yoshi's.
No.
What What's that? What was that contra?
Hyrule Warriors.
No,
Is it a first party game?
I don't think so.
What is this? It's
Franchise.
No. I don't think so. Maybe.
we don't know. I guess we don't know.
Pokemon game?
SteamWorld Dig.
I really don't remember that from that game.
Boss music, it says.
Oh, you
Was it
hear the
boss in
boss
that game?
music so infrequently.
All right, so that was from Pratt Trap.
I love that game, but yeah, I don't remember that song.
I never knew there was.
I know there's other I know the level songs in that, but
This one
not the
comes
boss
from
music.
Turbo K.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Dragon Song?
Nope.
I feel like this is Virtual Console. And I feel like
Oh.
this is not a, what system?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it is Virtual Console.
This is not a Nintendo. Nintendo platforms don't make this sound. This is like a Sega.
I think it was on Turbo Graphics as well.
Say, all right, Air Zonk, Bonk.
No.
What was Wonder Boy? Oh, this is.
Oh, that would work.
No, but she said it's Virtual Console.
Yeah, Turbo Graphics. It's not Splatterhouse.
That's definitely not.
I think it was.
Ease.
Nah.
Twink. No.
Nope.
Fade out.
I don't know. There were so many cutesy games on,
Yeah, I
on
know.
those systems.
What's that? One where you had a little thing that flies around.
Oh, that narrows it down.
Something Zone.
Fantasy Zone.
Fantasy Zone.
Yeah. See, he knew exactly what I was talking about. Mappy.
Nope.
Whoa. Rainbow Island. All right, we don't know that.
Bomberman 93.
Oh, it was a Bomberman.
This is a first-time submission from Lucario64.
First time.
Who's
doing
Thank
that?
you so much.
Who's
Oh my
that?
God! Yes, I was supposed to read something.
I've been listening to the podcast for about 9 months now, so I'm not a long-time viewer, but I already love it. I'm from the UK and started going to university in September. Felt like I needed something to listen to while doing chores around my flat and sometimes when I'm doing my work. I never really listened to podcasts before, but I knew GoNintendo did one, so I decided to try it, and I've been hooked since then. I think everybody on the podcast is brilliant. You're all genuinely funny and seem like you'd be lovely people to hang out with. Well, you're wrong there.
Yes.
Ooh.
Rummy Cowboy also does a great job of reading all the big stories and keeping control of you all.
Don't
I
trust people
thoroughly-
you meet on the internet.
I thoroughly enjoy listening to you guys. Keep up the good work. And here's some music tracks from some of my favorite games.
Oh.
Hopefully they're not too easy for the guys to work
Oh
out.
God! Thanks so much, Lucario.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. And we are a great podcast because Uprock says so. We're as good as
Who else was on that list?
Camille Nagiani, whatever his name is.
Dinesh from Silicon Valley.
Yes. Let's see if we can go this whole music trivia section not getting one.
Let's.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I just want to say 9 months. He's about to have his podcast baby.
I don't even know what platform. Could be a portable. Could be
It
like
is
DS.
portable. It is DS.
It's got that like
Media.
lower quality vibe.
Hold them up for playing tug of war yesterday for the record.
This isn't first party, is it?
Well, then
No.
How about a Sonic game?
No.
Okay.
Advance Wars. Phoenix Wright.
Nope.
Is it a Mega Man?
Yep.
Mega
Oh,
Man
oh, it's gonna be
Zero?
no, it's gonna be like a Star Force or
Nope.
something. Battle Network.
No.
Oh my God. Mega Man on DS. We can do this, Kirby. It's not a Zero. Mega Man ZX.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Mega Man. He was in the new Smash Brothers.
And Capcom, as a thank you, says, "No Mega Man for you."
Jet Jaguar sends this one.
Focus all attacks.
You got it?
What is this? Game Boy?
Well, Nemo.
Game Boy Color? Oh, this color! God
I
damn
defer to
it!
you for Game Boy Color.
It's Mickey Mouse
It is a Disney.
It is a Disney.
Aladdin.
Not Aladdin.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No.
What came out of the Game Boy Color era? Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Little Mermaid. Tailspin. Is it a movie, Disney?
Yep.
DuckTales 2.
All right, we can do this. Lion King.
No.
Mulan.
Nope.
Oh, that's a good one. I can see Mulan on the Game Boy Color.
Pocahontas.
Toy Story.
No and no.
Disney movie. Live action?
No.
Oh, there's animation. Oh,
Disney's Volt.
Disney's fault.
Anastasia.
What Disney movies are? We can do this.
I think that's a John Bluth.
Winnie the Pooh.
No.
The Rescuers.
It is a Disney animated movie.
Is it a movie or a TV
She
show?
says movie.
Animated movie.
Okay.
They did make a TV show
Oh.
related to the movie
No way.
as well. A live action TV show.
What?
I was gonna say, is it dinosaur?
No.
Okay.
Oh, live action. That would be amazing. Oh, turn the song off. I can't.
It's pretty bad.
What Disney movie are we forgetting?
I don't
In
know.
that era? Hercules. Oh, no!
That's a good guess though.
What?
There was no live
what
action.
era is
There
that?
was a live action.
There was, just wasn't Disney.
That's based off the Disney cartoon. That's right. Kevin Sorbo in Disney's
Peter
Hercules.
Pan.
Oh, God,
No.
that's funny.
What?
TV show was live action.
What?
That they
What
made.
animated
What
Disney
era is that?
movie?
What time frame?
Early 90s? Mid 90s?
I don't remember
The
anything.
TV show was in the mid 90s, but the movie was before that.
Midnight.
This is, we're doing terrible. Just go. I don't care.
Alice in Wonderland.
The hell?
Oh, yeah, they did that live action TV show.
It was all about grammar
I should have thought, like, Mom Brain knows this show. So.
and spelling.
Oh, the one on the Disney Channel.
Alice, yeah,
Yeah.
it was so good, man. I love that show. I watched it before school.
Oh, my God.
Okay, this one comes from Andy the Zombie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is Perfect Dark or Goldeneye.
Perfect Dark.
Disney's time.
All I need to hear is that noise, whatever that is. That's rare. That's N64 rare.
All right, this next song comes from Michael Kirk, and I believe this is Michael Kirk's first submission.
Well,
as
thank you very much,
Congrats,
Michael. Oh, one we know, thank God. Or one I know. Back when good old Capcom used to make games for the Nintendo. It's on Nintendo and it's about a boy who goes to sleep and then he plays in his dreams. He rides trains and climbs up lots of trees. Turns into a weird bug. He feeds candy to the animals. Then they go off and die. Little Nemo, the Dream Master.
Wow.
Earlier.
Wow. The original song.
No, that was in the movie.
Their movie?
Little Nemo movie.
That's what the game was based
Yeah.
on.
That's
Yeah,
right.
with his lucky fin, Little Nemo.
Here's a little tidbit for you. Little Nemo is now in public domain. So if you want to make a Little Nemo movie, go right ahead.
This song, which I hope is
About
incredible,
killing animals with jelly beans?
comes to us from Raj Chaos.
Clay Fighter?
No,
Playmates?
no.
Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like
It's the Clay Fighter Clay Mates? Is it Clay anything?
No?
Neverwell?
I'm going to stake my life on this being from Clay something. License?
Yeah.
Okay. Who made Clay Fighters? Anybody? Interplay?
I think it was Interplay.
Terminator.
Can you tell me if this is Interplay?
I don't know.
Okay, license. It feels like... Oh, it feels like it could be an action movie or a comic book.
Flash
It's
action.
neither.
Oh. It's so bad, I love it. We don't have any guesses. All right, go ahead.
American Gladiators.
Oh, it's
Look at
perfect.
that cover.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh my god.
Man, we're just doing
Right?
we're just doing terrible in this music trivia.
Well, these ones are really hard.
Alright.
By the way, the only one that I had seen off our computer earlier was Perfect Dark. I didn't answer it, so now
This one comes from Mario
free to look at our
Mania.
computer again. For ideas. I didn't even know that was Perfect Dark at all. Is this a Metallica game?
Yes.
This is gonna build. No, I think it's gonna build.
All right, this it's good quality, but it could be Super Nintendo.
It is not Super Nintendo.
What is it then?
64.
Okay. Bad quality 64, good quality Super Nintendo.
Medieval times.
Did somebody sing this song? Like, who did something with this song?
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
She rises early in the morning. All right, so then what the hell is it?
Didn't somebody?
Pirates.
Yeah,
One
what?
of us was like.
We used to. It's not
Right?
We did in the past.
Yeah.
It's not quite right.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
All right, so Quest 64. What game has pirates on the N64?
Cutthroat Island.
What?
The Dog Island.
No.
N64 pirates.
Oh, we're not 100% on the pirate angle.
Okay, how about Daikatana?
No.
It is Pirates. That is Pirates.
No, it's the Vanilla Ice version. See, we didn't have that last note, so. What could? All right, what could have pirates? I still think it's pirate related.
Okay,
It's N64. That's for sure.
it's not like Sid Meier's Pirates, is it?
Nope. I feel like we might have heard this.
Is it pirate related?
I don't really think it is.
Okay.
Particularly.
Waterworld. Is it Biggity Buck Bumble? Okay, I get it. We don't have to hear it anymore. Is it Clay Fighter?
No.
Is it Turok?
No.
Is it Glover?
No.
Is it Biofreaks?
No.
Is it that other terrible fighting game on N64?
It's a James Pond.
All right, we don't know. Go ahead.
Gauntlet Legends.
Oh, if Bloom was here! If
I was
Bloom was
thinking
here!
Gauntlet, but then it was like, there's no pirates in Gauntlet.
This one comes from Glitter Bubble 3.
What do you do with a rusty gauntlet? So, in the morning.
Just the way Mom Brain picked these, but you guys did some great submissions this week. You're kicking our ass.
Top 4 Dreams 2.
All right, this could be GBA
It's just
or Game Boy Color.
I think it's Game Boy. Did I say what Game Boy?
I think so, but I wasn't listening.
Glitter Bubble
Glitter
3.
Bubble.
Okay.
License?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the interest of time, we have no idea.
Mole-mania.
Oh, come on, it was Mole Mania.
That's first.
Last song comes from Mikey
This is
3319.
our last show.
I haven't played Mole Mania in so long. All right, that'll be N64, right?
No.
Oh, Super Nintendo. I'd like to end it with like getting one.
Is it a Final Fantasy?
Put up by a plane.
Oh God. So it's licensed
Yep.
Is it a
and it's
Terminator?
garbage.
It's not Terminator.
Is it True Lies? Is it... So many bad license games from Acclaim. I don't know. Is it Rocky, Rambo?
Jurassic Park?
No.
No, they was Ocean.
Is it Congo?
I don't think we made a comeback.
Amy, one, Super Nintendo.
Judge Dredd?
Yes!
Oh my god!
Yes!
You
Judge
got
Dredd!
one.
Oh, true story. I used to have the Game Gear version of Judge Dredd.
Wow. Did you played it or just had the copy of the game and never played it?
I played it a little bit.
Man, good job, Kirby.
You have 4 correct.
I definitely pulled it out of my butt.
That's the worst we've done in a very long time.
Yeah, we should all be very,
nice.
very ashamed of ourselves.
You guys win this round. If we get at least 50%, I feel like we won, but you guys definitely won this time. All right, I want to end this with a email from a reader, or from a podcast listener. This is Virtual Faye, of which I read a comment of theirs on a podcast the other week.
Mm-hmm.
And they emailed me after hearing their comment.
Right.
They said, I just listened to the most recent podcast today, so this would be last week's episode. You read a comment from me on the most recent podcast, Virtual Faye, on a story about Breath of the Wild and timeline placement. My comment tried to express my opinion that I don't care much about the timeline. It was not my intention to come across overly negative. I'm not a negative person in my daily life. My life is good. Work is good. Relationships are good. Health is good. And family are good. I don't have a reason to be negative, and I try to convey happiness and positivity daily. Your response to my comment really hit home for me. It genuinely upset me that you having to read another negative comment caused you distress. I actually went back through my comment history on GoNintendo, and I was upset at some of the snark I found written by myself. I've seen some of my comments be that which I find so dirty about the internet, irrational hate and negativity. But thankfully, the majority of my comments are constructive discussion, praise, or respectful disagreement. I've been a silent listener and reader of GoNintendo since the podcast was in its single-digit numbers. I only recently created an account and began participating in a conversation, having lurked for so many years. Sorry for the long email. I guess all I wanted to say was that you've made me more conscious of my comments. I apologize because I'm sure you see enough negativity across the multiple mediums you produce content on, and you don't need one more. As you said in the same podcast, it's video games. They are meant to be fun and to be enjoyed. Anyways, thank you for so many years of entertainment with each podcast. Thank you for being the most comprehensive Nintendo news site on the planet, and thank you for being you. Well, thank you very much for the email, Virtual Faye. I really appreciate it. And yes, I asked him if I could read it on the podcast. But yeah, like I said, it's video games. They're fun. Plus, the internet has plenty of negativity. We don't need any more. And we all slip sometimes. That's completely fine. I totally understand.
I don't really care about the timeline either.
You shut up. Get off the show.
Right.
But yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So if Virtual Faye can have that epiphany, hopefully many others can. Let's have fun, guys. It's video games. Show's over. Thanks for watching and listening. Next week, we're going to talk about E3. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
After show, your book talk. Please continue.
Oh yeah, what's the name of this book?
No, I think I let other people
Ready Player
negative
One.
opinions affect me on the book. I enjoyed the Ready Player One is very direct in who it appeals to. It's just all
That smells like that coffee.
and cults, you know.
Just remember 20, everyone.
I can't think of words. My brain work doesn't work with me.
Well, I mean, I think that there's like a very clear audience, and I think we're it.
Right.
Like, I think that.
Yeah, just like the every challenge or everything that comes up in that book is very or the entire world is based on cult. Not cult following. I can't think of words.
It's nostalgic. It's
nostalgia.
Like, nostalgia.
That's the word.
There's like a lot of D&D and like 80s movies and 80s music
and I think that he just uses that.
I think that's the
very
main complaint.
Strongly, and if you take that away, it's a very Not weak, but
My pleasure, Canadian Rambo.
what?
Canadian Rambo and I had a little chat.
I was just in the mood for
Seems
like
he said he wrote it.
We were talking. I was talking about an anime, and he messaged me about it.
it's like a little bit formulaic and a little bit like, you know, like, ooh, the bad guy's gonna come, and ooh, the good guy's gonna win, and
Colma, I have not heard anything like that.
I mean, and it's entertaining. It's fun.
yeah, it's
and
just a fun book.
Easy, you know.
I actually have it. It's an audio book. I'm not reading it. I'm listening to it. And you know who's reading it?
You know?
Who's
Thank you, sir.
like the reader for the audiobook is Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Oh, really?
So it just throws it.
Will
on.
Wheaton.
Gordy the Chance.
So it's
What was his name in Star Trek? George.
Wesley.
Wesley Crusher.
Wesley.
Somebody referred to him and said, I thought they said Geordie.
Wesley, get out of here. I want to pork your mother. That's from an episode. Wesley's mother.
No, because I was looking to.
The Final Frontier.
I was contemplating reading Armada, and that the reviews there were like people's comments that I've read about that are just garbage because they're just like, he's done it. He needs to stop doing it. Like he needs to do something else because you can't just have a 300-page novel that's completely based on nostalgia. And
I have a question for you. Neil Gaiman, however you say it. Something about like a comic series, Star or something or other.
Stardust?
Have you read it? No, is it Stardust?
Sandman?
Sandman, that's it. Have you read that?
I've had 2 people say that it's
Yeah.
the best graphic novel.
I've heard amazing
ever.
things about it. I kind of want to read it. I just don't know anybody who's read it.
My one friend, like I know 2 people. Well, I know more than 2 people who work on it, but 2 people that I've worked with recently. One is a very good friend, and the other guy is an alright guy. Said they work on Comic Book Men.
Yes.
So they're very into that. My one friend who loves Sandman is all about this comic book saga, which is about like life after life or
Not
something.
heard of it.
Life after Earth, but or something science fiction. But they swear that Sandman is incredible, and I want to get into it, but like I haven't read anything. It took me more than a month to read like a 200-page story.
All right, guys, the show's done exporting. Our after show is over. Thanks for joining us. And like I said, thank you, Canadian Rambo. We'll be covering E3 in, out, up, down, around, all over on GoNintendo. So that's where the action will be next week. I am going to want to die by the end of the week, but
Yeah, I think so.
It's very just like
you guys are worth it. All right, thanks for watching and listening. I will catch you next
weird.
week.
Everything seems too convenient.
And have a wonderful E3, whether you're attending or watching from home.
Right.
And we'll catch you
I
later.
enjoyed it when we read it.
Goodbye, everybody.
I had people